Did you like getting back to cornerback the last couple of weeks?
What's going on, Tom? Yeah, it was pretty fun. Kind of went back to some of the roots I established in college. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it.
Do you know what position you're going to go into the offseason and come back as?
I, after talking, to coaches, kind of that versatility role for me is kind of what will happen going forward, as well. Kind of being able to play a lot of positions, and then we'll see how the offseason goes. I'm gonna keep working to try to really establish myself in a role. But right now, my role is the guy who can get it anywhere for us.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I do. I think that's kind of like what I've always done, before college, high school ball and growing up. So it's kind of like a fun aspect of playing the game.
Julian, after a season where, some games you're playing 75 snaps, some games you're playing 15, when guys go into the most important game of the year at the end and they count on you and they treat you as one of their most reliable players and you play the way you did, do you feel does that send you into the off season with a positive feeling coming off a season where kind of every week was different?
It does. And, they told us day one that that's kind of how things might operate. One week you might not play at all. One week you might play every snap. And I thought it was kind of a joke. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. Like, yeah, you got to be ready, you got to be flexible and all that stuff. But yeah, for me, it was pretty real. And it requires some patience at times. But I knew there was always a plan. So, I mean, that kept me motivated, kept me going. I was always really on the game plan and kind of really ready to go. And so, yeah, ending whatever a lot of snaps played, I played the last game. Um, it sends me in the offseason, ready to keep working and keep growing.
Hit that jugs machine yet?
Man, I need like a discount code or something. Those things are expensive. But yeah, that's definitely just making plays this offseason. That's my main focus.
Thanks, man.
Schwartz.
Hey, Julian. Hey,
How you doing, Paul?
good, Julian. Couple of things for you. First of all, did you ever lose any confidence in any, the way your rookie year went with the previous regime? You kind of like, you weren't playing at the end. Did you kind of look at it and say, I don't know if that was them, if it was me, what would you take out of your rookie year? Did you lack anything there?
Rookie year, I thought I had a lot of time to kind of see how the game was played defensively and kind of just really mentally grow my game. I played special teams for most of the year last year, and then finally stepped into my role. This year, uh, I started slower, and I realized it. I wanted to be making more plays and kind of being out there for us. And I guess the speed of the offseason, preseason games, hopping right into it, it did affect me in certain ways. And so after I knocked off some of the rust, got into it, I think I was playing great ball for us. And going forward, I can't let that happen again. That's kind of a rookie thing. It's growing pains, kind of learning the game more. I'm definitely this offseason staying ready, and no matter what day it is. And so that's my plan.
And when you look at this group back there, looks like it'll largely return intact. You have safeties that are, you don't know where anyone's going to play. They're also versatile. McKinney and that Bradbury. When you look at this group, how much can this secondary group make a stride next year? Can it be one of the best in the league, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we have some very talented pieces, and it does nothing but excite us for going forward, because we have a lot of players who have that just base of being ball players, and guys who are versatile, guys who can play different types of schemes. And so going forward, I know we're going to use that to the best of our ability. We're going to max out everything we got on the back end because when you look at it, yeah, we have kind of a young core, I guess you could say. Logan Ryan, James Bradbury are experienced players. Um, so we're young, but I mean we're very talented, and so we feel that the sky's really the limit for us. And I think it's perfect. Xavier McKinney finishing the game, finishing I guess the season for us. That just shows kind of where we're, our trajectory is really.
you mentioned that like Mr. Versatility role, that do everything kind of guy you're going to be in. Do you just kind of go to Logan and say, that's what you've been doing kind of your whole career? What's your blueprint? Like, how does he help you? You're a younger version of him, I guess.
Yeah. And, Logan Ryan having him on the team really helps me, football wise and just off the field wise. He's a true pro in all he does. And, it's easy to look at him and it's like, all right, this is kind of what I want to be. Like, this is the type of player, type of person that I'm striving to get towards, the type of career I'm trying to have. And so he was a guy, I can always ask any question about whether it's technical or not. He always had an answer for me. And so him and Nate Ebner have really just helped me grow. And, that's those guys, their careers is something you only dream of. And so, hopefully I can learn from them, going forward.
And be careful because we're talking to McKinney next. What did you lose to McKinney on the Notre Dame-Alabama game?
And I did the same freaking gear bet that I did with Dexter Lawrence. I did a little post with him in a tight shirt, Irish shirt. And so he has some stuff for me too. I might have get out the building before I had to do it, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can avoid them until OTAs. But yeah, so just a little gear bet.
You were a Jim Thorpe Award finalist and all that. You were an outside guy at Notre Dame. Were you a little frustrated it took this long to get a serious look on the outside these last few games at the end of the
year? As soon as I got into the league, they told me I was going to play safety. And so, corner, I knew something I always kind of had in my back pocket. And, Jerome Henderson told me early in the season, like, he feels comfortable going to me if need be. And so it was a look they wanted. And so, this past game, I really just tried to kind of elevate and really was mentally focused and trying to work my craft the entire week to prepare and kind of do what I had to do against the Cowboys. I got a shot earlier a few weeks ago against the Browns. That was kind of a last-minute thing, obviously, with everything going on with COVID and JB. And so this week I really felt good going into the week. And so I think they know that now. They know that's something to grow off of, something to have really for you. And I know I'll be repping a little bit everywhere going forward still.
Do you think you did enough, Julian, to show the staff saying, hey, I'm your guy opposite of James next year?
I think I showed them some great stuff. However they want to see it, I'm fine with it. But they know I'm a ball player. That's kind of always what I've tried to establish myself as, the guy who can get it no matter where it is. And so, yeah, I feel like I've done I did what I had to do this game.
In terms of the boundary corner stuff, I assume that they told you when you were a rookie that you were going to have to move to safety based on speed numbers or combine or whatever. But now that you've gotten a chance to go up against some of the better receivers in the league, especially in the Dallas game, what did you use to your advantage? Was it the craft? Was it the technique? Did you realize and kind of show that you can use technique to kind of maybe compensate for some of the other things that people say you don't have to play on the outside?
Yeah. So, I'll tell you right now, if you tell me to run, straight, I'm not going to run that great of a time. I'm not going to be that fast. And that's kind of like what my Combine numbers were. Actually, 4.5 is fast. Let me scratch that. I'm saying that's fast.
It's faster than me, so you're good.
Yeah, that's fast. That's what we're going for. But I think my game speed is something that has always been just a highlight of my game, and so I was able to do what I had to do against especially Dallas receivers. And then what I pride myself on since my college days, since growing up, since coming out of Chicago, is kind of my physicality of playing football. Corner isn't usually seen as a position that can tackle, can hit. And so I just try to make sure, all right, this game I'm gonna tackle. I'm going to help seal the edge for us. And I had some opportunities to, and I think I did that. And so, yeah, I think the physicality and just intuition, Bradbury really helped me this week or last week preparing for Dallas and the schemes. We had some great, opportunities, we thought. And JB's just, his mind is really sharp when it comes to opportunities and what he sees. And so he was in my ear the entire week helping me. And so I was able to play fast, play without thinking, play with anticipation. And I think that's how we really limited those receivers.
Cool. Thanks, man. Have a great offseason.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
One more, Julie. Last one here, Pat Leonard.
Julian, what can you tell us about Owosu Koromoa, a guy who just declared for the draft, as a person and, just as a prospect?
Yeah, Wu, he's a funny dude. He's a good guy, good player. I mean, he's just an athlete. That dude, he's fast, he's strong, he's physical. He can run and hit, and that's something that, is desirable. He is very passionate about the game, passionate about, his faith. And he's a guy that, he's a fan favorite. There wasn't a guy in the ND locker room, and he was young when I was there. He was a younger guy, and there was not a single soul that didn't like him or didn't not like him. And so, yeah, that's what I can say about him. He's a good dude, good player.